So why you instigating? No, your Les said what cheeks?
No. Oh yeah, I did say that. I did.
Oh, we live.
I ain't hating on you.
Then Kenny said you ain't got no yam.
We live, man.
Damn, you don't say it again though.
Right.
Okay, here we go.
And I've been doing
live for like 10 seconds.
Let's go.
They won for it?
They won on four.
Y'all see us on here?
Yeah, I see you. Yeah.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, our whole thing on there with no yams.
That's the preview, y'all. We had to get y'all something. Are y'all still there? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. What up? We got Ebony Dawson. We got me, Ebony. We got Kenny. We got Les, and we got Tania tonight. We're going to be talking about this Black secret society. If you looked at the description and you are grown folk, you kind of know what that means. So we really going to get into it. So I know it's kind of early, but y'all better put y'all kids to bed because we got Kenny, we got Les, and we got Tania. Uh-oh, production messing up. Hold on, y'all.
I got to turn they extra device on.
The Facebook thing. I'm trying to find it. Where is it? I don't want to go back out. Okay. And I don't want to have to mute it. Can y'all still hear the echo?
No, I can't hear it no more.
It's gonna be like a lag. Hold on. I feel like I'm gonna hear it. Okay. Okay, so first, before we get into the topic tonight, we're gonna talk about what's been going on out here in these streets. So we got Lori Harvey. The girls and the boys is mad because she doing her thing and she just hopping around till she find the best suitor. The men calling her a hoe. The lady said she couldn't do it, but the people is telling me that the men is mad and the girls is mad too. So what y'all think about Lori Harvey kind of just skipping around town? Then we're gonna talk about the Capitol building. Them white folks down there that went there and went crazy. We all know if it was us, they would have done shot us down. But hopefully we don't have them problems on the 20th. And they had their guards ready and the people ready to handle all them folks when act the fool come the 20th. We 18 days into the new year, and Miss COVID won't let our hair go. She is still windmilling. She has come back stronger with a bang. I'm gonna need y'all to keep y'all masks on, wash y'all hands, limit y'all travel, because as we thought she was gonna come quick and leave quick, she is still pulling hair. So with that being said, that's our current events. Let us know in the comments what you think about Miss Lori Harvey and the thing that happened down at the Capitol building. And we're gonna get into this topic. So, are we still live? Can y'all see it?
Mm-hmm. Yep, we live.
So what we talking about, Lori Harvey first?
If y'all want to address it now, I kind of did it for the comments, but I do want to hear y'all comments about it. So Kenny, Liz, what y'all think?
Kenny, you want to go?
I mean, who am I to tell a woman how to live and how to be? I think in our society is always the women who is glamorized with men and then is frowned upon with women. Because as a man, we want, in our ideal mind, we want a woman that's never been with nobody, of course. In our ideal mind, of course, we know that'll never happen. So, I mean, it's kind of shunned upon when you see a woman moving around with multiple men. But hey, she grown. She can do what she want to do. You know, I ain't got no problems with it. She, whatever. I mean, but she was dating. What's wrong with dating people? Okay. Who just automatically say they were sleeping together, whether they were or not, but she should be entitled to, you know, date however many people she wants to, whenever she wants. They just happen to be celebrities And if she wasn't a celebrity, this wouldn't be a thing because this happens every day, all day.
I
It's
agree.
part
So
of dating.
you-
It's part of dating.
Can I chime in on that? And I've said this before. We get mad at these celebrities like, oh, she a gold digger and she shouldn't do this. But whole time, Sasha in the hood dating nobody who can't. I'm talking about these lights again. He can't buy her a Happy Meal to keep her lights on. Y'all more comfortable when she's struggling with a dude. But if she's hopping around with some dude that can provide for her, oh, she a gold digger.
Here you go, just providing stuff again.
Whole time, Sasha in the hood busting it wide open, and y'all ain't even looking at her. But go ahead.
But like Greg said, he said she's 24. I mean, at 24, that's what you're supposed to do. Date.
And that's what I was about to get into. So like she's 24 years old and like she's Steve Harvey's daughter. If she wasn't Steve Harvey's daughter, I don't think pretty people would be talking about it.
Nobody would care.
Right.
Nobody even care. They only care because it's Steve Harvey's daughter. And I think it's because he made a book, Think Like a Man. So she already think like a man. She running around what she want to do. She 24. And Meek Mill said he want Lori Harvey on his wish list.
Yeah.
So Lori Harvey doing her thing. If you on a man's wish list, because most times our wish list don't really be a particular woman and stuff like that, especially a woman that's running around with everybody. She out here. I suggest to all my young kings and queens who 18, 19, 20 years old, shit, date like Lori Harvey. She probably ain't sleeping with everybody. She just dating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, she ran around with Future. Like he got 10, 12 kids. I'm pretty sure she probably ain't sleep with him. She probably just ran around with them.
Having fun. Living life like a 24-year-old.
For the gram. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of when we was 24, I seen a lot of women wanting to be in relationships and stuff. She taking it a different way, different route. She out having fun. Like she been seeing, like I guess she with Michael B. Jordan now. She with Killmonger.
She officially, so all the other ones was unofficial. They was just dating. This the actual like they together from the ones I've seen. Like all the other ones, Future and me, whoever they was just dating and going out having fun. I think this is her actual real first commitment that we seen publicly with Michael B. Jordan.
That count then.
Which is a good look, because from what I heard, if I'm mistaken, he was messing with white girls. So I was happy to see that.
I always thought he was on the other team.
I did too for a second. I did too for a second.
Yeah, a lot of women say that like they don't like the fact he date outside of his race and stuff like that. But you know, he dating Lori Harvey now. It's still a problem. So to Michael B. Jordan, do your thing too. You Killmonger. You threw Black Panther over the cliff. Say that like they don't like the fact he date outside of it. So, you know, it is what it is.
She having fun, enjoying life, and now she winning.
Yeah. Well, she was always winning. She's Steve Harvey's stepdaughter. She's Steve Harvey's stepdaughter.
That's true.
So, are y'all hearing a bad echo?
Nope.
No, if you got multiple devices, one of them need to be turned down or muted.
Right.
But yeah, so yeah, she doing her thing. Do your thing, Lori.
Yes.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Her mom was cold out. Her mom was out cold back in the day.
She still is.
No, I'm saying she used to like frequent drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, so she probably a young version of her mom. And her mom, she not dealing with drug dealers. She dealing with entertainers.
Mm. But see, the thing is, when you a celebrity or celebrity daughter or son, you around other celebrities and celebrity children, so that's just your environment. I mean, who's she supposed to? I mean, that's where she see people at. She at events with famous people, celebrities, musicians. So that's her circle. That's her crowd.
That's what I've always been saying.
That's
like
true.
They give like, even though the Kim Kardashians, whatever the chick name from Basketball Wives, like they said they date around. It's like it's only a difference because we can see them. They not hanging out with, as we would say, regular people who ain't celebrities. So we look at it like it's horrible, but the whole time we doing the same thing. Well, some of us are. And we
Right.
can't
They dating
get to-
around their environment.
Exactly.
That's right.
It's all
You-
good.
You getting Wendy's and she getting roof crest.
Don't come for a 4 for 4 like that. Though ain't nothing wrong with a good 4 for 4.
I mean, you got to get how you live, but don't be sitting up with your 4 for 4 calling her a hoe because your man can't get you no roof crest.
Okay.
A lot of y'all ain't Roof Chris worthy though. Y'all think y'all a lot of y'all just worthy of 4 for 4.
Here we go.
But that ain't the topic tonight. Though. I'm just saying.
Roof Chris is the equivalent to Manhattan fish and chicken to me. Like Roof Chris ain't nowhere to be going. Like it ain't all that. A lot of these places ain't. But
I'm just saying. So,
yeah.
so Dawson, what you think? You got the same thing? She young. And
I don't see nothing wrong with what she's doing. It's a process of elimination.
So she ain't no hoe?
No, definitely not. No.
Okay, I don't think she is
You
either.
gotta kiss the few frogs before you find your prince.
I agree with that. Hell, I should have. Never mind. That's another topic. So let's go. Let's get to the.
Is it okay because only 24, or can any woman at any age be doing that?
Any woman, any age.
Okay.
I think long as they just dating and having fun.
Right.
If you're not married, why be tied down to one person? Like,
look at me,
canceling out your own life.
Look at me.
Nah, how you supposed to like, start that process of trying to be married if you want to be married and you just dating the field. Like,
you dating
somebody who works in a right.
You just go ahead and
date. Charles Nunn said, "Holler, Crazy J's kitchen before Roof Chris."
Right.
Okay.
All right. So, what we on to the Capitol?
So down to the Capitol building, them white folks was acting crazy. The people said if it was us, they had to shot us down before we got to the steps. But because it was some light skins,
shot down at Reagan Airport. We would have been at Reagan International Airport. Look, my brother Greg was telling me how he had, a few years ago with his job, they went to the Capitol, and he said they had to go through all these clearances and stuff. He said it was crazy how, and they only let you in like one door or something, but it was just crazy because it was a group of black people, and they did they had to be cleared, and then you had to do all these applications and stuff to be even considered to come into the Capitol. But the day before that shit happened, at the resurrection happened at the Capitol, the insurrection. My bad.
He said the resurrection.
The
I wasn't gonna say nothing though.
The insurrection at the Capitol happened. They said some of them people was already there because some of the politicians had walked them around the Capitol, giving them tour stuff, which makes me think that they all in on this shit.
They said the FBI looking into that.
The FBI looking into that, and my thoughts on it is I really don't have no thoughts. Like like Malcolm X and Farrakhan always said, this day will come. They don't came. The government has to deal with a homegrown terrorists. You can't look at Middle Easterners and say they are terrorists. You can't look at blacks and call them thugs. You can't look at Mexicans and call them and talk about the war. Your homegrown terrorists are white, and they showed their ass, and it ain't nothing for us to do but sit back and just be like, yeah, we told y'all. So
not our own business.
Ghetto though,
right?
That's the ghetto. That's hood rat shit right there. That's hood rat shit.
Like who does that?
Who does that? They knocking out when they climbing up shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they all go see deaths. And then the thing about it is the media, that's what you call a thug. Them thugs.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them, like, you could tell they wasn't those. Some of them, some of them was like white people with money, but you could tell most of them was like trailer trash. So you see their teeth and shit,
it was all jacked up.
Tobacco in the jaw.
Tobacco in the jar. Y'all down right in the woods. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, we're gonna sit back and mind our business on that one because they got us like. At the end of the day, I was looking at TV. I said, I bet I see one black person walking up to the Capitol. I hate that some of the cops got killed, but some of the cops let them in too. So you can't let them off.
It's so funny because those are the same ones who yell "Blue Lives Matter."
Yeah, they say Blue Lives Matter, and now the government got some on their hands, and it's crazy because I know I know he dead, but Bin Laden was like, damn, I could have just broke a window to get up in that bitch. I ain't had to like, fly 2 planes into a building.
All you had to do was knock, like, let me in.
Why you ain't got bulletproof windows and stuff like that? Like, come on, man.
Because they never expected it to happen. Because when we was coming with Black Lives Matter trying to do that, they was ready for us.
Oh, yeah.
Light skins was gonna be all cool, and they let them right into the door. That's why I ain't tripping. I'm like, y'all chickens have come home to roost. So this is basically what you get. You felt more threatened by Black people.
I agree.
They came there and touched the podiums and opened people mail. They was eating Miss Sister Peppermints and all in her purse.
Went on the walls and stuff. Like, come on.
It was all designed, but at the end of the day, like, man, like you about to go to jail over a man who ain't even gonna try to bail you out. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't our problem though.
You know, for me, it was beautiful to see, man. Just to bring it to light, just like sitting back there just smiling, like we've been saying this the whole time. And now exactly, wasn't us, and for it to be publicly displayed all across the world to see who really doing what, like I was smiling. You know, unfortunately, I don't like to see that kind of, domestic stuff happen in our country, but as an African American and knowing the plight we went through and the lens we get looked at to see that, like this the real people y'all should be having all the troops lined up for. Not we wasn't trying to storm inside. We was just outside saying what we had to say. We weren't trying to get inside.
I ain't gonna lie. When it first started that day, I was at work and it had bothered me because one of those police or National Guards and stuff called until like 2 hours later. But when I got home and I started watching it closely, and I'm like, man, I don't see no black people. I don't see no Mexicans. I don't see no Middle Easterners. I don't see none of them that they be talking crazy about on CNN, Fox News, and stuff like that. Like, they really look at us as like dangerous people. But them people was ready to kill all them politicians in there if they would have got in that chamber. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had explosives, they had zip ties, knives, guns. They was sending Pelosi off. I think they was gonna try to kill Pelosi on sight.
And Pence. It's about hanging him.
Yeah, it's about hanging him because y'all don't follow the dude that been on TV all these years talking about some the little reality shows and stuff. He a business owner. He ain't gave y'all no money.
Here's the thing. Go ahead, Leah.
No, I was just gonna say the last thing was he don't give a fuck about y'all.
And here's the whole thing about Trump. Like, we know he's not the smartest person in the world. We know he's the jock cowboy, but here's the whole gag with the thing. He likes money. And if I can get a bunch of people with 2 teeth in their mouth to go crazy about me, why wouldn't I tell them I like them? He don't care about them. He likes rich people. He don't care about them poor white people. Exactly. Y'all don't have to move down to the Capitol, about to go to jail, and you ain't got the bail money, and he ain't gonna let you out. You ain't got the money.
Y'all facing terrorism charges, and they ain't even some of them ain't even getting no bail. And
they sick right now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now you gotta go. Now you sitting in jail with blacks, brown, other white people looking at you like, damn, man, you really supported this guy. He ain't gonna help you in here.
Right.
He ain't gonna help you in jail.
Not at all.
Then the one dude that had the little Viking hat on and shit like that, he said Trump should bail all of us out because we did this for him. You think he give a fuck about you? He probably didn't know your name. He know your name now because you're on the news. That's how stupid.
He didn't send them. Like, he traded on them soon as the next day.
Traded on them like we know violence is not the key and stuff like that. Like, it's crazy. It's just like a motherfucker at school. We on Main Street at Northern, and your homeboy like talking shit to all these dudes. Then wait till 3:30. We gonna be outside and shit like that. Then
you like, help me.
You get outside, and the nigga that he gone. He on the bus. he on the Puritan.
He had to get that 255 bus.
And you out there windmilling for your life.
Right. Stumped out. And that is at home.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All bad. So here's the thing. Black folks staying down. This is not our fight. We done showed them who the real thugs. And as I keep on saying, in the words of the great Malcolm X, the chickens have come home to roost. What you decided to turn a blind eye to has showed up at your front door with tobacco in their mouth, 1, 2, and a mask.
With a cowboy hat.
They just look like there's ice crawling all over them and stuff. They look
COVID all over the building.
COVID. That's what I'm saying too. It was a super spreader.
Eating Miss Pelosi.
And they thought they was about to go hop on the plane and go home. They was like,
Yes.
come on up off of there. Come on up off there.
Y'all ain't got enough trailers for the bill.
The crazy part is some of them lost their jobs, and there was a couple of politicians like this was there. I'm like, man, y'all just gave up y'all careers for this stupid shit. And that man about to get out of office, what, Wednesday? So yeah.
Teachers and professors, like they teaching our kids with all this hate. It's crazy.
Yeah. And you could tell it was just like, man, they've been so wrong for years. Like, if you really sat back and told your great grandchildren how this country was taken from someone, they'd be fucked up because they don't know, they don't tell their kids the truth.
They can see it now.
Yeah, they know now.
The truth.
They know now though. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. At the end of the day, you got to protect your own. And one thing I do want to tell like our black men and women is, if you got kids, it's okay to, like, you know, get them a rifle and take them to the woods and let them shoot. Like, show them how to protect their own. You know what I'm saying? We see white kids doing it all the time with their parents and stuff like that, going to the range and stuff like that. Like, you know, show them how to protect they family and stuff. So
get you a pit bull. Black people get a pit bull and a 40.
Yeah,
my husband taught my girls how to shoot. So that's what they was working on that before now. And they 14, 16, and 9.
That's good.
They are the cannon.
Nah. I'm still baffled that this guy is not attending the inauguration though. This is the first time our president.
Why y'all be so surprised by him?
I mean, so listen. This is the first time that this has happened since 1829. Regardless of how much you disagree with the other person, how much you didn't like them, you still did a peaceful transfers of power. You know, you know what I'm saying? Just what's the history of it?
Right.
And this is the first time in that long that he said, "No, I ain't going." Like, he's just a big ass baby.
He shouldn't go.
But Kenny, you gotta realize he not.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, Ebony.
You think you hurting somebody's feelings? It's just showing how uncouth you are. You're not a class act. You ghetto. Like
ghetto.
You don't have no sportsmanship. Like, you ain't hurt nobody's feelings. You just continue on what people think about you anyway. So that's what you want your lasting legacy to be. Don't show up.
But that's what you get when you're not really a politician. You was just a businessman who had just so happened to run against politicians that the people in this country wanted someone like that in office. It's sad because, like, and then it kind of, I'm glad he became president because now people really see what this country was built on and what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because if it was based off just crime, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see people on like social media saying, "Oh, y'all not saying rest in peace to the lady that got shot inside the Capitol." But I'm like, shit, you know, Breonna Taylor at her crib sleep when she got killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ahmaud Arbery went out for a jog and he got killed. You know, and y'all said he was in the wrong neighborhood at the wrong time, or he was breaking into someone's home. Nah, I don't feel sorry for a terrorist who was doing bullshit.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't like to put the two together. I don't like to put the jogger and Taylor together because that is two different scenarios that we failed to do the homework on, and we're going to talk about that later too. I agree with the whole, you know, y'all want us to go crazy over the lady who got shot and not Breonna Taylor. Listen, this goes for black, white, orange, or pink. If you go into a Capitol building and somebody tell you to stop and you continue to climb, you're going to get shot. Now, I feel sorry for her kids that she was an idiot, but she
was wrong.
Consequences. That's what happened.
She was wrong. Like, that's point blank, period.
Right.
That don't matter what color you are.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Let's hope this impeachment go all the way through. I'm praying.
Yeah, I hope so. That's crazy.
So we kind of already talked about the inauguration that's coming on the 20th. Hopefully the white folks staying down this time. Now, don't go back up there cutting no food. Go on home eating long.
Jones, they already up in Lansing at our capital. You know, with their guns out chilling and stuff. So we already know what's gonna go around the rest of the next couple of days. So
yeah, they got a high security alert for all the capitals across the country on the 20th.
Yeah.
So
they ought to be goddamn shame. It ain't that deep.
It ain't.
Take your loss. Go on down the road. Get your trailer, your F-150s, and beat it. That's just that on that.
Yeah. What else we was supposed to speak on tonight?
The last one we got is
the cold.
Yeah. 18 days into 2020, and Miss COVID has come back, pulling hair and windmilling.
Can we just
she got a Detroit bang on us. Sis said, who want what? We got a whole nother strain. I just don't understand it. Wear your mask. I said I wasn't gonna take that vaccine, but the way she pulling my hair, I'm gonna go ahead and let them poke me 2 times, because at this point, sis got a little bite behind that bar. And yeah, that's it. What y'all think?
We're gonna tread past that one.
I'm gonna speak on it. Like, at the end of the day, I only can do what I can do, and that's it. To anybody else, just do your part. Other than that, I ain't got really much else to say about this. The new normal, and you got to adjust to it.
yeah, I'm staying maxed up. That's me personally. It ain't worth it.
What up, Phil White?
You know, people say, I ain't wearing no mask, I ain't doing that. It ain't gonna prevent it, but it'll give you a better chance. Although it may not be as effective as we would like to be, but it gives you a better chance, at least.
Exactly.
It shortens the, chance of you getting it. Maybe not by a whole lot, but for whatever, I'd rather do that than not do nothing and just be out here ignorant, walking around crazy when I got kids that I, gotta hold and hug and kiss, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here working and doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather be safe out there so I won't, jeopardize my family and friends and loved ones. Because, I mean, I'm sure we all lost some family, some friends, some people just know due to COVID or, complications of COVID. So people think some people, I was just talking to somebody last night, man, and they was like, I just don't believe it. It ain't real.
What?
Like, what? You ain't see all the people that died? This is somebody I love, I know close, like a family member. I'm just like,
man, we can't even go out to eat. What do you mean he don't believe it?
Right.
Yeah. So you got a lot of those people that feel like it ain't real, or all these conspiracy theories when the evidence is shown that people dying. It's not like they making these numbers up. People know people that's dying.
Yeah.
So I just pray for those ignorant ones who just going out here doing whatever they want to do without no kind of precautions.
Yeah, tell them to go in the back.
Believe in it or not, or whatever you believe, it's real.
Yeah.
Whether you think it's 5G or conspiracy theory, or they put it out here, whatever you think, at the end of the day, it's out here. So
that vaccine ain't no joke though. I know somebody that took it, the first dose, and after the first couple of days, it was the symptoms was nausea, vomiting, headaches. It was rough the first couple of days. So if anybody will get, I advise them to get it on like a Friday where you got to work the next day or two, because depending on your immune system, of course, your body may react different to it. But after the first 2 days, they was all right. But that first couple of days, yeah, it was some vomiting, some nausea, chills, So
Wow.
Yeah,
yeah, I was thinking about it.
Yeah, Darius Ivory tagged them on Facebook, Black Combos, the page, if they want to, just like the page. Just share the page and they can go like it. Thank you.
We'll tag them in there.
I forgot what I was about to say about the it's like taking the flu shot. Like, some people get sick when they take the flu shot, some people don't. So it's just one of them things. It's like whatever your preference is, if you feel like you don't want to take it, don't take it. But if you do, don't feel bad about it. If you hear a lot of people, I ain't taking it, it ain't been out long enough, whoopty this. Look, we got people elderly. It's like, damn if they do, damn if they don't. So would you rather risk it with the shot or risk it without, you know what I'm saying? So whatever your preference is, hey, do it. So
Hey, before we get into you know, our topic for tonight, I just want to go Chiefs.
Man, go on somewhere, man.
Get out of here.
Mahomes done for the year, so
what?
Go Chiefs.
Okay. So now that we didn't got all them out the way. Oh, another thing we're gonna do before we get into the topic. Like if you have any topics you want to talk about, we're gonna do a whole thing where we have like, let's call it Black Combos Confidential, where you send in a event that happened in your life about something and you
Or a question.
get or a question and get advice about it, or just, you know, speak it so other people can know. DM us or send it to our email that's on the page.
And you can stay anonymous if you want.
Right.
Give me the tea, girl. I read it.
oh
Don't
shit.
get Jones.
She about 3 cups in. Now we about to get lit.
It's actually my only one.
That's cold.
Drinking that good Seagram's gin over there. Okay, I see.
Don't you?
Feel like-
I ain't
feel
drank
like
Seagram's
purple-
gin
feel like-
since high school. Tell them, Tania.
Like,
This is Tito.
Okay, that was high school.
I like purple
We-
haze.
Purple haze.
I'm down with the, what is it, 402? 420? 420. You talking about weed? I'm off. Okay, never mind.
I told you that's your 3rd cup.
Okay, so we about to get into this Black Secret Society. Girl, I was gonna put on some red and some black, but it's cold out here, just so I can look the part. But let me tell y'all, so this whole Secret Society thing, I was watching on, what was it, YouTube? If y'all see me on there, y'all know I'll be up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning just surfing. I like to hear stuff. I mean, I guess I'm nosy. So this pastor, not too much less.
You're ahead of yourself.
This lady who was
Literally.
she was a first lady, right? At a church in Texas. I think she kind of knew her husband used to be, I would say gay. Is that the right word to use? Alternative lifestyle, whatever. He said he got saved and the Lord fixed him. And whole time, a couple of months later,
This the way you saying it.
Okay, let's make it clear.
No, let me just tell you what I'm laughing at. Because for one, alternative lifestyle, it's okay to say gay. That's the accepted term. There's nothing wrong with that. And then you say the Lord fixed them and changed them. So I need to
deliver.
Look, okay, so anybody who's watching here, I'm trying to be politically correct, but I'm really straight off the cuff. I hope I don't offend nobody. Viewer discretion is advised. The views of Ebony Jones is not the views of everybody on this panel.
Thank you.
But yeah,
definitely not Rufus.
he said Lord fixed him. A couple of months later, she found out that he was still sleeping with men.
The deacon?
No, he was a pastor. He
was creeping with the deacon, though, right?
What?
He was sleeping with a couple of them.
Wow.
He had the little, I guess he had some boys too, they live in a motel. He using the money to go get hotels, and he found out a couple of months later that he had given her syphilis. She finally left him, and he is still preaching and want the people to believe that she's just this big old liar, and he ain't do it because the Lord saved him. So we're gonna kind of get into that tonight. This whole secret society that the Black folks have. We all know growing up in Black households that we like to keep a lot of things quiet. We one of those sweep it under the rug. Don't let nothing in this house come outside this house. And I think that has ruined us more than it has helped us. So we're gonna get into all of that, and we're gonna really target this whole download thing that is still going on, which I don't understand why you in the closet when it's so okay to be out the closet. And even if you are out in the closet, you should at least tell the person that you laying with so that they can know what's going on. Now,
and if you're out the closet, have boundaries, have some respect for the people that's not like you. It's okay for you to flirt or, try to talk to another guy, but if the guy clearly says he's not like that, don't continue to try and push. I mean, Les had an incident. I know he was wanting to speak on it.
I was waiting on Ebony to finish finish the opening, and then
You
I guess
look approachable though. My bad. Go ahead, man.
maybe because I'm nice looking, but like
I'm gonna go ahead.
let's up and we get into it.
Go ahead, Jones. You finished?
Jones on mute.
Yeah, I'm done. That was a little intro about it. I give my comments about it at the end after everybody go around. So we just talking about this whole secret society. If you from Detroit, you know on Woodward they got this thing called, what is it? Pandora's Box. What is it? Pandora's Box or something?
Oh, you talking about? That's not Woodward. That's like Davidson and
Big Smile and Davidson.
Yeah, we have black men who like meet up and they have these parties where they do this whole, secret life thing. My thing is we need to talk about this and bring it to the front because a lot of women and men are being affected by these secrets. So we're gonna kind of dig into it tonight. I hope y'all got some tough skin and some settled stomachs.
Don't take it personal.
That's on me.
Go ahead.
So like basically, to piggyback off Eb, and we basically tonight talking about the down low men in our community. So last week we was talking about are you marriage material, and I think what a lot of the women was saying last week was that there are not enough eligible black men, and one of the reasons is because we have men in our community that choose to live a down low life where they are in relationships with women, but they also have relationships with men behind the women back, and that those are called like basically false prophets. Those who don't want to consider themselves gay but are performing gay acts with other men behind their women's back. And that's a lot of stories I got from female friends that I don't have. But recently, one thing that I seen was me and my wife was in Atlanta, and I had a couple of guys like flirting with me. I didn't know, but she.
Let me mute myself. Sorry.
We was in the. I mean, it's gonna be laughable because my thing is I'm not homophobic. I love the lesbian, gays, the whole LGBTQ community and stuff like that. It's not towards them. It's towards the men that be out here living with women and sleeping with them and stuff like that. But then behind closed doors, you fraternizing with men and stuff like that. You sleeping with them, and the one thing that does to our community is it gives off the vibe that is okay. It's not okay when you sleeping with a woman unprotected, but then you go on to sleep with the man unprotected too. So now you bringing diseases around. And the thing with women is if you're sleeping with a woman and y'all not in a relationship, but then you also picking back going to sleep with men and you bring a disease to her, you don't know who she's sleeping with. So now it's a domino effect on our community as far as like people being scared. But that's where, protection comes in that. But in the reality, a lot of people are not out here using protection and stuff like that. They just pretty much getting their rocks off. But when we was in Atlanta, we was in the lift and stuff, and a guy, I had asked the dude, like, it's New Year's Eve, what's going on tonight? He was like, oh, my place popping. And I ain't paying no attention, but my wife was picking me up on game and stuff like that. And then, like when you start thinking about it, be like, oh, because he had said, he's like, he had told her, like, I don't know if that's your man or your homeboy, but y'all, he can come over and kick it with me. But that's how the culture is there because they're so openly, like that. And even when I went to H&M there, a dude had held the door open for us when we was walking out. And I said, thanks. He was like, you're welcome. Nice pants. I'm like, I ain't never complimented my pants before. You know what I'm saying? They was like some basic little
You got skinny jeans on?
Nah, man.
Oh. I'm trying to figure out what made them,
It was like basic plaid pants and stuff like that. But I said, oh, okay. But he said it again with a smile on his face. So now it's like disrespectful because like one thing is you have to know if you're going to flirt with somebody, if someone says, oh, I'm cool, but like if the dude keep continuing, it's like, okay, now you want to get your ass whipped because I don't told you. I'm pretty much telling you I don't swing that way. And you see me with my woman and you see me with a ring on my finger. But that's the culture there because they can have on rings and everything and still going behind doors sleeping with black men. And the downside of that is our community, we are looked at as, in our community, we are looked at as being, we have to be strong, we have to be this and we have to be that. And it hurts our community when men are not comfortable with opening up to who they really are. And I think, you know, I always wanted to get like feedback from a woman. Do you know if a man is gay or not based off some of the things you see from him or not, or some women just be blind to the fact? So I was gonna hand it over to one of the ladies next, probably Ebony, Dawson, or Tania.
We can pretty much tell certain things they do or say. We'll pick up on the vibes.
Yeah, it's a vibe because they move different. Like it's just not the same as a man that's not gay. It's something about them, even if they trying to be that hard type of guy. It's something soft. Like it's just something you can tell about them.
Almost tell, like it's there.
Where they hold their neck. If they talk with their neck out, like
or use their hand, or it's just he can pretty much tell. A woman's intuition be on point too.
Sometimes they don't even have to open their mouth and you can tell.
Agreed.
So yeah,
and a lot of people not gonna want to hear this, but it's just what you see in the truth. If you with a man who claims to be, what is it, heterosexual, is that the yeah, but he hangs around a lot of homosexual men and women, what y'all got in common?
Right. And like Samir said, most men who are offended by gay men have secretly gay themselves, because I'm not homophobic. Like, I'm secure in my sexuality. So if a guy did ever try to talk to me, all I do is tell him, oh, look, I ain't like that, but you know what I'm saying? Shit, I might even tell him thank you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm not going to get mad because the man tried to talk to me. I just let him know, like, look, man, I ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? But if he's more persistent with it, then I'm gonna have a problem with it, because it's kind of disrespectful to keep egging on what I'm telling you that I'm not.
I don't know. I think based on the topic, I haven't encountered this particular culture of the secret society of the down low brothers that's living straight lives but really living both lives. I got a lot of gay people in my life that I know personally, my god brother, some family members. And it's okay because they live in their truth. Whether I agree with it or don't agree with it, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But I respect the person that is living their truth and not trying to hide it. But I think it's been frowned upon for so long, especially in African community culture, for being gay, especially as a man. I think it's way too hard for the ones who are or want to come out. And that's just honest. I think it's hard unfortunately, it's hard to be accepted in our community because how we've been raised and how we've been for so long. They kind of in like between a rock and a hard place. Like, I want to come out and be me, but I know if I do, especially if you're Liz, what you smirking for? No.
My bad. Go ahead, man.
But I'm saying, like, especially if you get to like our age, and you grew up with people you knew your whole life, and they know you this one way, and deep down inside, they probably dying because they can't really be who they are, because they know once they come out like that, or they think that all their friends and families and homeboys not gonna want to hang around them no more. Everybody gonna look at them differently. They're not gonna be accepted. So they gotta live this whole life behind closed doors. Let me get a girlfriend so I can look like I'm not gay, or But I think
they putting themselves in a box.
Right. People that play both sides. That's the messed up part, because with men and women unprotected most of the time. That's the scary part, because you spreading the STDs around in our community. Like in Detroit, our STD rates are high in Michigan, not only because of just regular intercourse with women, but due to the down low man. And I know they say it happens. I know they say it happens in prison and stuff where guys get turned out and stuff like that. Then they come home and they go be with a woman after they have been locked up with men and stuff like that. Like they said, it's two different worlds. So you have men in jail who are sleeping with one another, but then when they get out of jail, they go home and sleep with a woman. They probably got an STD by the time they get home. And this their first time probably getting some pussies in a long time. So when they get out, they ain't going to sleep with no woman protected. They ain't had, unprotected sex in years. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's more of the people that's hiding behind.
So just a question for everybody, because I don't know personally. Do y'all know people personally that's undercover, as we say, or that's gay but not living that life, or living double lives?
I got an idea about a few people, and if they
I got an idea.
I got an idea about a few people. If they came out, I'ma still love them the same way I did before they whatever side of the fence they want to be on.
Because all the people I know, they are open, and it's no shame or nothing. I don't know nobody. I guess that's because they under the cover, right? So I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I knew a person, like, and this is me hanging out like with some friends of ours. Like I told one of the people, like, even though this person has a wife, his mannerisms and something about him tells me that she's more of a beard for him and that he likes boys. Like, his friend didn't believe it. Like, no, you don't. I grew up with him my whole life, and I don't know this to be true. But yeah, he has a wife, but something about him is that, yeah, he likes men too. And it's like a lot of people don't want to believe it. Like, yeah, it could be your friend. And I ain't saying everybody is, and I don't know it to be the truth, but yeah, it happens like that.
But that just make me wonder, like, how you can tell that, something off, why she can't tell.
She may be in denial, like that topic we had before. What was the topic we had before with that man who came out, who got caught, and his wife?
Oh, the guy who was running for senator, governor in Florida or something? Yeah, that whole story. He was found at the hotel, overdosed on men.
Right. Oh, yeah. His wife knew he was
She said she said she didn't know, but everything you see him on, he has makeup on, his eyebrows are arched, like, you can, and he was
she knew. She was in denial.
And here's the thing about the jail thing too. Like, yeah, a lot of men are turned out in jail, but this whole, like I said, this whole Black society thing where we are taught to keep everything in the house, a lot of these young boys are turned out in the church by cousins, and then they're battling their sexuality. So it's not just in jail. It's a lot of people out here who have been violated and they confused. And in my personal thing, a big part of the population of our men who are struggling with their sexuality have been violated in home or in church or in the neighborhood, and just don't know which way to go. So it's not just jail. A lot of it happens, you'll be surprised, in households.
And some of them won't even tell nobody, so you don't even know that they've been violated. They just that way.
Because we have told
but it's not.
Yeah, and I was watching an episode of Law and Order before, and it was an episode, basically a Black lawyer was sleeping with his white coworker, which was also a lawyer, but the Black lawyer was married, and he was married with a couple of kids, and so basically the plot was the Black lawyer killed the white guy because the white guy wanted him to leave his wife for him, but this dude was part of a group that I think once a week they all hook up at each other's cribs while their wives are out, and each time two people take the bedroom. And I mean, Ice-T is, he one of the stars on Law and Order. He was explaining to, the white cops on there about the down low men in the Black community, because they didn't have an understanding. They wanted to know, like, why is it a sin to be gay? And he said it ain't a sin to be gay to them. It's more of being down low, behind the scenes, sleeping with women, and ended up sleeping with men too. So, like, it has a bigger effect on when you want to date. From a perspective like me, like, at one point, I just stopped dating, period, and I wasn't sleeping with nobody for like 6 months because that shit kind of scared me. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do get with a woman, eventually y'all gonna stop using protection and start sleeping with one another. But what I think, when people get in relationships now, you have to do like your homework on stuff. And one of the things y'all have to do is, if y'all gonna be in a long-term relationship, you both have to go get tested.
Right.
You I'm saying, get tested for STDs and stuff like that. And I remember me did that, and she was big on that too. And like, I understood where she was coming from, but like, if you really think about it, like, you could be sleeping with a woman, and she could be sleeping with another man, and she telling you, look, me and him using protection, but they might not be using protection. And it's all about trust too. And if a man is sleeping with you and then sleeping with another man, it just, like, 9 out of 10, that man go, catch an STD from that man, because they always said AIDS was a gay man's disease and stuff like that back in the 70s and 80s. So like, when it just hurt our community, because you see little boys looking up to you, but behind scenes you being something different that you ain't, really not. And like, for most women, Black women, they look at that as like, that's just adds on to another reason why there ain't a lot of eligible Black men to marry or even date. Because if it ain't the prisons, if they ain't dead, or the education, or then they down low, or then they just, a lot of men are just straight up gay, you know what I'm saying? So the pickings are slim for Black women, and I get their frustration too, but I'm frustrated because, guys like me and Kenny, sometimes we catch backlash for, being the way we are, as far as like strong Black men who, have a standard and stuff like that, and speaking on issues like this, or just speaking on all issues, because we actually hold Black men to a higher standard. You know what I'm saying? We just not out here saying, well, Black women need to do this, Black women need to do that. No, Black men need to get their shit together. And one of the things is own up to who you are. You know what I'm saying? And like, own up to who you are goes a long way, because you can't lead a woman if you don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying?
You can't lead a man either.
You can't lead a man either if that's what you prefer to do.
It's all about being transparent too. Like, my thing is, like, if you out here sleeping with guys, and if I'm with you, you can't be honest enough to tell me that and give me an option to choose to deal with it or not. I can't trust nothing you say. So if you did go out here and get something, Lord forbid, you're not gonna be honest with me and tell me that, because you have to hide your secret lifestyle. My thing is just accountability, and give people the option to deal with whatever. Like, don't hide nothing. That'd be the whole thing for me.
So if your partner came to you and tells you that he likes men as well, are you willing to accept that?
No.
But know who he is, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, she'll know who he is. And that gives her the choice to decide if she want to deal with it.
You know what's so messed up? It's at a point now where women, we have to ask those uncomfortable questions.
I was asked, was I
right.
Say that again, Liz.
I was asked, was I gay before, because I had on a sweater vest. Like, bitch, I'm just Peggy. Like me before.
Black men, my thing is, don't be offended by it. Don't be offended by it. It's like, okay.
I wasn't offended. I was like, nah.
How many kids you got? What's your credit score? Who you live with? And do you like boys sometime? And you got to be very
sometimes. What do you mean sometimes?
You got to be very particular with that question, because to some men on the down low, it's a difference between being gay and sleeping with men.
No, you man or you don't.
Sometimes they don't call that gay. Like, if a man is getting head from a man, they don't call that gay. Some people.
Okay.
You gotta ask those questions. Ask those uncomfortable.
Let me tell you this: if men or women, if you got the same thing that you got licking or sucking on you, you like both. You can't say that, no, that don't make you this certain way. No, that's just what it is. You know, if you land with the same thing, you may be bisexual. And my thing is, it's okay with that. Give me the option to choose. I prefer a man who don't like men, because in my head, if you like to sleep with men, you're always going to have that urge. If you like candy, if you like sweets, like, it's whatever you like. You're going to at some point have that urge to want to go and sleep with a man. And if you know I'm not okay with it, you're going to sneak and do it. So I prefer to be with a man who likes women.
Sometimes too, they think, because, like, okay, you get one that's the giver, one the taker. The one that's the giver sometimes don't think he is gay because he's not getting bent over.
Yeah, I said yes.
So it's like it go real deep. Like they said, the right questions.
No pun intended.
So I'm gonna give the ladies some free game because
Here we
my
go.
wife,
Y'all know passed out.
nah, my wife has a gay friend. He also my friend now, but like, so one day we was all out to eat and stuff like that, and he was on this app for gay men, and we was in Floods one night, and he was just saying this app just shows you, you know, who's on the app looking to go home with a man or meet up with a guy and stuff like that. And I swear to God, it was about 10 dudes in there. They didn't look gay. You know what I'm saying?
Love is a hot spot.
At the bar with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you remember that, Boo?
Boo.
Like, they was like, he was actually showing us on the app the guys that was in there, but they were sitting at the bar with women, chilling, fraternizing with the women. You know, it was some dudes that was sitting with other men, but it's just like you never know. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, and they, you know, it was mostly black men that was in there. It's Floods. It's a black bar. But they was on the app.
And here's another part that's messed up. It'd be like, it's like, yeah, don't sleep around because you don't know what's out here. But the studies are starting to show that it's more people in relationships and married and committed who are having these issues than single people.
Yeah. It's true. That's true.
Which is,
I mean, never know.
Just giving people option to choose. Like, oh, I don't know. This is.
And in Atlanta, a man chilling with a girl doesn't mean he's on a date. That means that's his home girl. Because that's how he's looking at me and my wife. Like, you know, oh, that's her little gay homeboy. No, nigga, this is my wife. Like, nigga, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? So you never know who's who. Yeah. And that's why it's so frustrating to women. And I understand last week when we had the conversation, you know, a couple of women didn't understand what I was trying to get at. I was basically just saying, look, man, you just got to know yourself and know who the person you dealing with. It ain't that like I can tell a man how to be a man. I only can do what I can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know who I am and I know what I want to do in life and stuff like that. It was never intended to say, well, black women should do better. No, it's more like get the understanding and knowing of a man and understanding and knowing yourself. Because today we talking about men that might just be, you know, gay and you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You looking at all the stuff that he ain't doing and stuff like that, but you secretly the dude probably like other men. That's probably why he don't like you like that. Sometimes it ain't even you, sis.
It ain't even you, sis.
I didn't even know this existed, this secret society. Like, I mean, I'm still.
You never heard of men on the down low, especially in the
I mean, yeah, but not as big here. Like, I think it was a big thing like this. Like, you know,
it's real big. Like, it's I would say nationwide, but like probably worldwide. But I say nationwide because in these big cities, you have black men who are professionals, drug dealers, anybody. Like some of the toughest dudes are out here like that.
Yeah, I think about Moonlight when you say that.
I was just thinking
the Moonlight. You know what I'm saying?
Was like that.
Yeah.
Y'all remember the guy we went to school with? I won't put his name out here. Like, you know, in high school, you know, he would come over. I would braid his hair. Like, literally, his grandma didn't know he was gay. So when he went home,
I said, ain't no way.
Right. He would dress like a boy, but he would come to school and he would be a girl. And some of the pictures of the guys he showed me he was dating, you would not even expect it to be those people. But
and like
real out here, like this guy's gay and you sleeping with him. Yeah, my sister is a cop. That little hotel in Woodward, it'd be crazy how many of the Benz and Lexus and suits you see walking in there.
Yeah, y'all froze.
We can hear you though.
Good now.
She would say like it'd be crazy. You'll see how many men who you know are married and professionals going into these little hotels, being with the prostitutes on Woodward.
I think
that is just sick.
I'm pretty sure if you talk about this person, I think it's easier for those people when they come out in high school or earlier because they don't got to wait till they 25, 30. They done already said, this is who I am and, accept it or not. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was easy for him and other people that we probably went to school with that came out in high school. It was what it was. They didn't have to wait till they got 25 and 30 and they had to continue to build this persona of I'm straight because everybody, he was cool with everybody. Everybody knew he was gay. Nobody had a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? And life went on. It was never no bashing, no frowned upon. It was, that's him, he's this, and okay. I think so many people held it in for so long. Now that they got 25s and 30s, I think it's hard. In the society we live in, I think it's too hard for a Black man to come out and be accepted by the majority.
But are they making it hard themselves by thinking
No, I think
because I don't think nobody really cares.
Right,
We don't care. 2021, so much.
We don't care. We don't care.
Like,
I mean,
it's still frowned upon in our culture.
No, Black man, we don't care about that. No,
I think it's in their mind.
Black people got so much stuff going on. We don't care if you gay.
Right.
And we got to worry about our health, the police, our jobs, how we gonna pay bills and stuff like that, man. If you came out and said, "Gab," like, oh, okay, nigga, the rent due today, or something, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, like, nigga, embrace yourself. If you want us to embrace you, you gotta be able to embrace yourself.
Exactly.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
If
you really confident,
I do think it's on.
Like Greg was just saying that this been going on before we was born, and that's true. Like in the 70s and 80s, they was all sleeping together. Man, you heard the story about Richard Pryor and stuff like that, and like
they call themselves gay or bisexual. They was just partying, having fun. Like it wasn't even no titles put on it.
It ain't down low there.
Right, they was up high with it, like shit.
Out here,
super high.
About to do a couple lines and do a couple behinds.
And that's what they. I think because I hear stories too, like some guys feel like they don't consider themselves gay because they get all high and stuff and sleep with men, and then they be like, "Oh, I don't really remember what happened, so it didn't happen."
You ain't never that drunk. I ain't never that drunk.
That shit happened, cuz.
Greg said,
well, it must happen.
Right.
Greg said a small percent care, but most of us mature enough to accept them. I mean, that's true. Like, that's your business. I would rather you be honest and out than be in the closet hiding, because then you're not giving people the opportunity to get to know who you really are, and then you hiding from the woman. My thing is at least tell the person that you land with every day that, look, I like sleeping with you and men. Like, the hiding it is the part that's messing up the community. Like, are you serious? You still doing that? You don't have to.
Because just imagine.
They got more rights than we do.
Imagine a dude laying up in the bed with his woman. He like, yeah, I like man. And she probably be like, me too. So y'all probably can bring up. Yeah. You never know. Like, take that chance. There's no.
No. But me, like, I'm not judging, because who am I to judge? Like, I don't think any of us should be judging them. Like, they're people just like we are. So, but you need to live your life fully.
Well, humans
live your life fully. Like, everybody's sinning in some type of way. Ain't nobody better than nobody. Just be you.
I don't think it's more judging, because we just basically saying, like, look, the effects it have on our community, like the STDs and stuff like that. This shit is irate. You know,
man, even without gay people, the STD still is irate in our community. Always been. Herman Kiefer was been popping for a long time before they closed down.
But I'm saying, like, man, together catch an STD, that's one thing. But when you sleeping with a woman, but also going back and sleep with a man, that creates a whole different snowball.
So I think the particular STD, AIDS, is more so transmitted in the homosexual community versus just the rest of the STDs.
Right.
So that particular one,
AIDS and HIV.
Yeah.
I read an article that 25% of African American men who are infected with HIV, who slept with another man, identify as heterosexual.
Yeah, when you say that, it's funny because I had an old guy back in the day that told me he used to get oil from a guy used to pay him to give him oil. I'm like, nigga, you gay? He like, no, I ain't gay. I don't even like men.
Ain't gay, right?
I used to just get money, let him do it.
Right.
Ain't enough money if you're not gay.
They have this gay for pay thing, and I mean, I grew up on Dexter and Hazelwood. It was this little house on the corner, and a man named was Mr. Percy, and all these men was hyped up on drugs and just wanted to get high. They'd do some Donald Goins, read those books. They'd do some strange things to get high. And at that point, you just switched over to the other side. Like they would sleep with men to get the money to pay for drugs. And the whole homosexual thing, here's my thing. Live your life is not my thing. I don't want you pushing that in my daughter's face and my nieces and nephews' face. My thing is, it's just too much at this point. Like, I'm not going out in the world and saying, hey, I like to sleep with men. So if you like this, if you're a man and you like to sleep with men, or you're a woman and you like to sleep with men, just let your partner know that. Like, they kind of shoving it down our kids' throat, and that's what I don't like. That's why I'm like, they got more rights than we do, because it's like if you don't want to live that lifestyle, you must hate us. No, that's just not me. I see a man and a woman together. That don't mean that I hate you or not going to accept you. You just not going to push that onto my kids and my nieces and nephews to make it think like that's the thing that you're supposed to do. That be my issue.
They got that in the cartoons, all type of gay characters, and you got to pay real close attention because they do it real fast. Like they just pushing it on them, and
I was heartbroken a couple of weeks ago when I was watching He-Man and he wore pink outfits and stuff, and the way he had his hair laid and stuff, he had like a bob.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was cold with that sword though, so I still fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they was promoting that shit back then.
Greg said, where do the STDs start? I don't understand.
I want to know that too.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm not a medical professional.
What do you mean? What do he mean by where does it start?
Specify, Greg.
It kind of depends on what disease you're talking about, because they said syphilis comes from like cows or something. Is that what you're saying? Or so you mean like who starts it first? I mean, I don't think it's a start. It's both men and women out here just sleeping with people unprotected. Is no, I wouldn't say it's no start. It's just you sleep with this person and they slept with this person and and let's be very clear about STDs. And I think we talked about this offline. When you go to the doctor, they're going to test you for the ones that can kill you and that can mess up your fertility. People think, okay, I get gonorrhea, chlamydia, at least I can take, or syphilis, I can take a pill that'll cure it. Yeah, it's going to cure it for that moment, but it's still in your system and going to cause other things. They do not test for herpes because they see it like a chicken pox. So when you
herpes,
get with anything that's a right. If they see it as and then condoms don't protect you from those things.
And for Greg, I mean, ultimately, you work in the field, but I mean, you could probably give us more insight. But I know it comes from bacteria and probably the transmission of bacteria from one to another. You know, and that's how it gets going. But I just got a question while you're waiting on him. Yeah. What about, is it a thing as undercover sisters though?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What y'all got to say about that?
Hell, my thing is the same thing. If you got somebody you sleeping with, you should let your partner know that you're sleeping with that person. There's women out here who are married who go out and sleep with other women.
Why is that more accepted?
It ain't.
To most men, it probably be.
I'm about to say to guys, it is.
I'm about to say it's okay for a girl to be.
Like saying up with a dude and you be like, babe, I like girls. So we gonna be like, for real? On the other side, you be like, you can't like niggas and I like niggas. Nope.
Right, it's a difference.
It ain't frowned upon as it is with women as it is with men. And then just the simplest things is when y'all on y'all videos and y'all dancing on each other and get drunk and kissing and slapping on the butt, like that's cool. Versus guys doing it. I don't think that's cool anyway, but
I'm not dancing on no bitch. Ooh.
But that happens. Girls do that every day, all day.
I'm guilty.
Charles,
exactly.
Charles said most transmissions are caused by poor hygiene, which is true.
No, he didn't say poor hygiene.
He did say poor hygiene.
Oh, I'm looking at the way he said some people need to just wash their booties.
Most transmissions are caused by poor hygiene. You need to keep yourself clean, being healthy. Like I be like sometimes when I go out and stuff, I shouldn't have to smell you at an event that just started. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see if we go to a party or a club or something, and it just open up at 10, but at 11 o'clock you stay. No, it shouldn't happen that way. You should clean yourself. You should be clean. That's for all people.
And then a lot of people are not going to the doctor. I always use this rule of thumb. If you with a chick or man, and if you look in their mouth and you see black teeth and most of them missing, that means they're not people that on their health. I mean, I'm not saying everybody who got perfect teeth ain't got nothing going on, but if you look at somebody's mouth and their hands, I'm freezing again.
No, if you got crooked teeth and they clean, that's cool. I mean,
that's cool. I'm talking about black
yellow stuff, yellow stuff or a black tooth and stuff, and you
black tooth.
Years old, like you're not going to the dentist. You know what I'm saying? If you
ain't going to the doctor at all.
They have bad teeth and have good hygiene.
Huh?
They can have a black tooth and have good hygiene.
You got a black tooth?
I don't have no black teeth. My teeth good. I never had a cavity in my life.
Like to me, it's
why would they have water. A black tooth though?
Like
right.
The cushion, the nail only go so far. You got to drink water. You got to like
the nail.
You just can't. You can't just be out here not drinking the water and stuff like that. And like,
if you get with a woman and her, let me tell you something. It ain't even got to always be an STD. This will tell you if a woman ain't going to the doctor. If you get with a woman and her cooch stank all the time, that means she ain't going to the doctor. Because even if it's just because women, we bleed, we discharge, body goes through a whole bunch. That don't mean you nasty. But if that woman, you've been with her 6 months and she stank them whole 6 months, she ain't never going to the doctor. So she more likely to carry something she don't know she got.
pH
all you better bag off.
Yeah, the pH.
So all y'all pH balance is good, huh?
If pH balance, why not?
Where y'all pH balance supposed to be at from a 1 to 10?
A 4, a 3, 4.
Oh.
7 to 8, baby. You diving into the fishy zone, and that don't mean you nasty though.
I don't know, you nasty to me.
Let me see. Let me tell y'all.
Little help.
So to me, I've had
probiotics are important.
Right.
Probiotics, your vitamins, what you drink, what you eat.
Your man
cranberry vitamins.
Sperm is too strong. It'd be a bunch of things. But if you've been rocking that same nasty vagina for 6 months, and you
gonna trade it in, get a new one.
No, don't trade it in. That means she ain't going to the doctor because she don't know what she got going on down there. She not in tune with her body.
It's like Baby Jones saying it's like a car. You got to get the oil change. And
you gotta get the oil change.
If you keep riding with the engine light on and stuff like that, and your engine blows, you gotta get a whole new car. But you can't get a vagina.
Greg said Yoni steam.
Greg come out of Yoni steam.
Right.
Get off it. Let me tell y'all something. I don't care nothing about y'all can Yoni them vaginas till they like you know you in the tub too long and they soggy. You can Yoni that thing all you want to.
Y'all vagina shrivel up when y'all in the tub too long?
I'm saying if you Yoni too
I'm just asking a question. I don't know.
If it's loose down there.
That do help. That would help you.
Go spit in some vinegar.
Right.
Why Derek threw up? Well,
drink like nah.
Talking about her sitting on that 6-month boy.
Sis been walking around there for 6 months and you still hitting it. You nasty.
You're right. That's how STDs start.
There's a lot of nasty people out here, though. There's a lot of nasty people out here. Though. Like, man, I don't know.
I mean, so I think we kind of, but the whole thing we trying to get at with this thing is just like be accountable for yourself and for other people. Like, give people the option to choose whatever you got going on. Like, it's somebody out here for everybody. So just don't lie to people. Be totally transparent.
Yeah, and the reason they pH balance because that dude sticking it in a man and then coming back sticking it in them.
Yikes.
That's just so nasty. Like that is just so cowardly that you can't tell the person that you want you with this.
Because they don't believe that they're
sneaking around.
They don't believe that they're gay by doing that. Like if they admit to it, that mean they own it up to it, and they don't want to own up to that shit. And that's the selfishness of it, and that's the dangerous part of it.
But that's like that one movie when Janet found out she had AIDS. What was that? Her husband was
Black Girls. For black girls?
Yeah.
Color girls. For color girls.
For color girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was messed up.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta watch what you eat. You gotta watch.
That's terrible.
Hydrate.
The power move.
Yeah, hydrate. It's all about hydration. Like, man, like.
Hey, that's Jason.
He said pineapples and Coney Island don't mix.
Damn. You shouldn't be 30 plus eating Coney Island more than once every 2 weeks anyway. That's my opinion. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, you know, like I said, like some of that stuff we already know as we get older, you gotta eat better. That shit ain't good for us.
Right. You good, yeah?
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I was distracted.
Because your pH balance off, you can't focus.
Greg said we need to listen to what he's saying.
My pH balance off. Okay, since we being real here, let me just keep it real with y'all, because my name Ebony and I don't hold back shit. If all you girls out here thinking your vagina is supposed to smell like pineapples and flowers, that's a goddamn lie. And then we're gonna get back to the whole download thing. A vagina is not gonna smell like roses, sis. Don't let no nigga who ain't never had one tell you that. It just
I smell when it smells like roses.
Yeah, me too.
That was her lotion.
That was the body spray.
That was her lotion.
Oh, she tricked me.
She stuck something in there before she came, and it's gonna have it messed up tomorrow. It's gonna throw her pH off. Your vagina is not supposed to smell like a flower. It
tastes like roses. Tastes like.
Here's the thing: a vagina has a sweet. Y'all not gonna like to hear this. The vagina has a sweet, and it's not a seafood taste, but it has a bit of a water type of taste to it.
You tasted vagina before?
No, I ain't never lived.
Well, how you know?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because I had a man.
And your vagina may taste like that. He told you that, but that don't mean all of them taste like that.
Listen.
My girl vagina don't taste like that.
I'm just saying.
He ain't got to tell me nothing, because if I didn't work out all week and I come in there trying to sit on his face, he gonna tell me that it's tart. He ain't got
what I'm saying is, if you've never tasted vagina, you can't tell what vagina supposed to taste like based on what that man said yours tastes like. Yours tastes a little fishy.
Okay.
Hold on, wait. Yours may have tasted a little fishy. That don't mean everybody else is tasting a little fishy.
I didn't say fishy.
You got a little sweet. You got a little sweet orange roughy going on, and that's cool. That's you.
I ain't nothing sweet about that.
You got a little sweet orange roughy. You know,
my sister made me drink. Y'all see her?
Hey, sis. We see that robe in that bonnet.
Let me tell y'all something. Okay, so y'all need to put the tea at the bed, because I'm about to get graphic. Tania and y'all can't tell me y'all ain't may not lick no other woman, but y'all have tasted your own vagina before.
I have.
Yeah.
So okay. So you're right. I understand exactly what you're saying. I think everybody else do. And yours tasted a little orange roughy-ish.
It wasn't orange roughy-ish. I'm telling you, because I'm a woman who tries to be in tune with her body. The vagina has a
vagina. You can't speak on everybody's vagina.
But the vagina does have its own
if the pH is at a 4, if the pH is at a 4.
No, go ahead.
If the pH is at a 4, the vagina doesn't taste like strawberries and flowers. It has a sweet taste to it, and it's a vagina taste.
Once again, I'm gonna just say this: you can't speak on everybody else's vagina. You can say what yours tastes like. You can't say the vagina, because there's some girls out here whose vagina may taste like strawberries.
It's some women who out here who taste like what you say probably sweet fish, but then there's some other women that shit tastes like Swedish fish. You know what I'm saying?
And like you said, based on what you eat, the fruits
cleanse your body, which is true.
Yes, it's like Greg said, the fruit cleanse.
The vagina itself has a stench.
Greg, come on, pineapples in Coney Island.
That's why you got a sweet. That's why you got a little orange roughy sweet going on.
No. It's not orange roughy. You keep on top of it.
All right. I won't say orange roughy. That's a good fish though. But the only point I was making was that you can't base what every vagina should taste like based on what yours tasted like from what he said. He could have been lying for one.
I'm not saying that mine tastes like everybody else, but a 4 pH vagina has some type of sweet type of taste to it. But it's not a fruit. It's not a fruit sweet.
I know what you're trying to say, Ebony.
Thank you.
Dang.
Oh, so you got a little orange ruffy too, Dawson?
No, mine wasn't bad.
Okay, so let's be clear. When we first started our periods, all of us had a orange ruffy almost type of day because you didn't sit on that pen.
I know y'all like that.
Y'all, I knew some fishy was going on with this shit.
Drake said no two
something fishy.
I knew something fishy was going on with this shit.
I agree.
He said no coochies. I agree with that, but I'm saying almost all women, if everything is working right, your vagina has a sweet type of taste. It doesn't taste like or smell like flowers. I want little girls and women to know that if your vagina don't smell like flowers, ain't nothing wrong.
You said it tastes a little fishy too.
She ain't said nothing about fish.
She did. She said it tastes like no. She said a little seafood. Jones, did you not say that?
I did say. You know what? It's almost like a king crab type of sweet taste.
Sure, it tastes like crab legs.
No, man. I don't think it tastes like no crab legs.
No, she tripping.
I haven't been told that.
Sammy said it shouldn't taste or smell like the fish market. No, it shouldn't taste
got
like
a little seafood boil going on. I understand what she's saying.
You shouldn't even be laying down at that point.
Some niggas like seafood. I ain't the biggest seafood fan. Get your nigga like seafood boil.
You can smell yourself before the next person.
He's talking about Alex said a tilapia type day. Black people don't eat no tilapia fish. On a side note, don't eat tilapia fish. It ain't good for you.
Tilapia the nastiest fish because they eat all the plastic and shit that's in the water and stuff like that.
But
back to the sweetest fish. So I'm a Starburst guy myself.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Pause. Starburst. Before you go, I gotta make this announcement. Greg agrees with me. Greg said, I understand what you're saying, EJ. See, I knew I liked him.
If he eat orange ruffy, that's okay too.
Yeah,
I mean, to each his own.
Each his own. He probably,
Right, he back from when they ain't shaved. They had the whole bush.
Yeah.
Not the dirty dugout.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think the hair locked in a lot of the, smells from throughout the day. That's why I think more women shave now because it's more sanitary.
Long story short, every grown woman should have a decent pH balance. Like,
Greg, come on in. We let you up.
Yeah, you should.
Like Drake said, and he right, good grade A coochie should never have any fishy smell, which is true. I don't care if it's a 4.5 or 8.0.
Not according to Jones.
I never said it should smell like it. I'm saying the taste.
Right. It should taste a little fishy.
No, not fishy. It's like not fishy. Shut
what
up.
Then?
What's a sweet?
It's like a crab leg.
I don't even
fishy.
Crab legs ain't fishy. It's sweet.
Man, okay. I digress with crab leg.
I almost
right, you almost had me.
She did too.
They said vagina should taste like a little bit of crab leg.
I just say every vagina smells like vagina. That's just what it is. It's a vagina, but it don't have to be fishy. Like
crabby. It can be crabby. Crab leggish. Jones got the crab seafood boil going on. I mean, and that's you gotta do.
Okay, wait.
A sweet tart then.
Wait, Sammy said right.
I say a sweet fish.
Yeah, that's it.
Listen, perch is fishy. Crab legs are not fishy.
They just crab leggy.
Alex said, what yours tastes like?
Seafood boil.
Alex.
A little sweet tart. A vagina is a sweet tart. Nigga get down there and he get up and go to the kitchen and get some butter and put it in the microwave and melt it.
It's gonna taste. You know what? It's gonna taste like. Okay, this too much. Never mind. We had to talk.
No, because it's yours. It's what yours tastes like.
Some of these niggas might not know.
You know what? Okay, so here I'm a grown woman.
You got seafood on a seafood boil.
So to me, when it comes back up there, it tastes like chicken noodle soup to me. So
what?
How you know?
What the fuck? Because her man go down and then she kiss him, so she tastes herself. I mean, I understand that part of it.
She tastes herself, but she
I agree with Sammy with the
so she a little chicken noodle soup.
The sweet tart. I can with that.
Tart though.
I don't know about chicken noodle soup.
Hey,
Hey, Greg.
listen, I was just coming in.
Welcome, Mr. Wesley.
Yeah,
if
I'm like y'all special invited
acid,
guest.
either
Greg,
is
you
good.
help
Too
me
much
out this week,
acid.
'cause they trying to.
Look, this is what I'm
Come on, Greg,
saying
you know
for
what?
the guys. No,
You
listen.
said ramen noodles.
What I'm saying is that everybody joking and stuff like that. People just don't know.
They don't know.
Fruit cleansed the body. I was saying
Mhm.
pineapples and Coney Island don't mix. Like, don't think you can. Like when the song "Diced Pineapple" came out, all women think they go buy some goddamn pineapples and that's gonna solve the problem. And still, they eating bullshit. You cannot just go eat bullshit and eat some fruit. You gotta, they gotta
That's like
dietize that thing.
Mm-hmm.
But ain't that a balanced diet though?
That's true.
Unbalanced diet. So the thing is that we don't. I'm quite sure that we all done came across some not so pleasant smell
Not in my
of vagina, and the thing is that it's like either how they clean themselves, what they eating, or if whoever they've been messing with or whatever.
Mhm.
We can't control that. So it's just up to them and us to read up on that and educate ourselves on it. I just know.
So Greg, what when I said a sweet type of not fishy,
Right.
but like almost a sweet fish. They talking about I'm saying it smell like tilapia or something. I'm just saying it's a sweet type of like a crab meat.
Them just niggas that don't know shit. So
Greg from the old school, he like that little twang.
No.
Fish.
Huh?
Let the man talk.
Hell no.
What you say, man?
Like that because she said it tastes like sweet fish. Like don't nobody want no sweet fish.
I didn't mean
no
crab
sweet.
leg.
You ain't gonna get no sweet fish. It's just gonna be the fishy or the nice little.
Or just watery. Like it's just watery.
Yeah, or no taste, fishy, or a little sweetness.
Man, Alan said he like a little
So
tang.
it can have no taste. I didn't know that.
Yeah, listen, they even got pills out here that they taking that give them a taste to it.
That's too much.
That's why he said it tastes like strawberries.
Yeah.
I knew that it was stuff you can stick up there to change the smell.
Yeah, they got that too, but you don't want to do that. It's an open.
Y'all putting a little flavor pack in there.
Yeah,
seasoning. Y'all sprinkle some seasoning in there.
Yeah,
that's
how you get your flower smell.
That's an open wound, and niggas don't want to read up on stuff and educate themselves and know the lady, know your woman.
That's true.
Know what you're dealing with. Dummies.
Jermaine seemed like he like a little tang in that thing.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
Now, you might. It ain't no good if it don't stink a little bit.
What?
That's
hey.
Said that.
Wait a minute, listen. Listen. Okay, go ask an OG, like a real old dude. Go ask him if it don't have a little tang. It might not be stank tang, but if it don't got a little tang, he said it ain't no good.
See, you like the AARP. That's why, yeah.
That's the old school.
All of it. I'm just saying, just knowing, like, if you meet and talk to people that's vegan or whatever, that's like doing an alkaline diet and all that stuff, they'll tell you. And just they just be up on their shit. So you can't be out here with a bad diet and thinking somebody finna just feast all up in there, and then you just like your mouth yeasty.
Just makes
whatever.
You gotta let that dairy go too.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like dairy, like listen to Dr. C.
Ain't nothing but
get up on the sick stuff.
Had a little salt in it. Now I can understand that.
That's piss.
Exactly. That's the tang they tasting. That's the tang they tasting.
You tasting piss.
That's the tang.
That's what I'm saying. Like
she can't hold her balance. She leaking.
You gonna taste. Yeah, that's piss you tasting.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Greg, they think I'm a piss.
Nigga say that's piss.
It is piss.
That's that tang.
I read that.
That's like motherfuckers like, oh, she's squirting up. Yeah, that's piss, my G.
That's piss.
So there's no such thing as squirt. It's just squirt is piss.
That is piss. That is piss that ain't been ionized.
Oh shit!
Her bladder can't hold nothing.
Hey,
wait a minute now.
You was lying.
No, y'all lying.
Like, bathroom before sex, and then she still squirt. Y'all saying that's
that's the same. It's diluted.
It ain't been.
It ain't diluted.
It ain't. So look, it's just that's a whole other different story.
What else fluid is coming from your body?
Huh?
Water.
What other fluid?
I don't know, but
What fluid come when you orgasm?
Yeah, that's
fluid
exactly
come when you orgasm.
No, that's a totally different thing.
A squirt is watery. An orgasm is more thick.
Right? That's not the
Well,
same.
I'm well familiar with both. First of all, I don't need the education on that part.
You got peed on if you more
right.
I just found out that. I mean, that's why I'm calling the girl.
I don't think that's pee.
It is.
It's pee. If your bladder is empty, how you still peeing?
Okay, Tania, but what other fluids coming from your body?
Some type of cum.
Yeah. Say that, Tania. I don't want to believe that, so I'm gonna stick with
Penny, like.
Yeah, I'm with you. I want to believe that. I don't want to believe what Greg's saying.
It's not ammonionized piss.
It is.
No.
Alex said that squirt is good for the soul. What you did?
Piss is good for the soul.
Another nasty nigga.
Don't taste it.
Let's scoot back a little bit. We can't see you.
It don't taste like piss.
So Greg, you like to work in that field. Let's ask you 2 questions.
I'm with you, Drake. It's real.
What is squirt and what is a healthy vagina supposed to smell like or taste like?
Say that again.
Who asked Greg like he Dr. Ian Smith?
Right.
Look like Dr. Sebi.
It be your own people, but guess what? Niggas just don't know, so I don't need to tell them.
Wait, I'm about to
inbox me or whatever. Just the shit that I know. But listen, I'm talking about the HIV, the STIs, and all that stuff.
Okay.
You know, when I asked a question like, where do the STD starts? I'm just asking for people just to think like, damn, where do it start?
I would think it would start from a woman if you're talking about between the two, because the woman is the open womb.
Yeah, and all that bacteria and all that.
There's some bacteria. I know that much.
We hold bacteria as well.
Both parts.
Yeah.
Right.
So we all said good question because we don't know. We thought about it, but we not as well versed in the subject as you. So
so we hold bacteria as well. So that means that some dudes don't clean themselves properly.
That's because they ain't circumcised.
I mean, yeah, but you still under your head. But you know, you don't clean. People don't clean up under there.
It's like a pus, like an open sore. Oh.
Yeah, that's nasty.
You have to clean. People don't clean, and that's why. Well, I know you said like with HIV from man to man sexual encounter. That's where most men contract the STD of HIV and things like that. So just got to be careful out here. If you're single or whatever, just know who you're dealing with.
Man, I'm just mad. I just found out I've been getting pissed on, and I'm feeling kind of
hey, that's male. That's male and female need to know what they're dealing with. So uncomfortable.
Yeah. Sammy said
he left the group.
I'm about to go brush my teeth and wash my face.
So
just keep listen, and then this what dudes.
You grown, you good.
I'm joking. That's when my beard start coming in a little more, man.
I know, but that's the nature from the woman. The nourishment from the woman is the soul to all life.
Come on, you preaching now. Now you preaching good, Doc.
Look, man,
now you preaching.
That's only get 10 minutes, man.
Get you a little king crab on your face and watch your face grow.
You said what? You said what, Jones?
Get you a little king crab on your beard and watch your face.
So y'all saying the squirting that don't come from the G spot is just pee?
No.
Didn't say that. You must be going to town on your husband.
Greg, what you say about the soul?
She peeing on you.
What you say about the soul again?
I said the
nourishment from
a woman is all life to all souls in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So that nectar from the woman is like that's life to all souls.
I grew a beard out in 6 months.
Because you had fucking garlic butter.
Hey, these some Clubhouse conversations, man. Y'all need to get on Clubhouse.
That's what I said too.
I said we should do a Patreon. where we kind of go raw on there.
You say you're trying to go to the Pantheon.
It's an app, Les.
Hey, man, hey, Les, what you say? Only supposed to have 10 minutes.
Yeah, dog, your 10 minutes up over here. Nah, man.
No, let him come up here and talk. He's telling the truth.
Yeah, after we bring Greg up, Alex, you next. We got to get some.
Oh man.
Hey, no, I'm just saying, folks have to read and you know, just follow these people that be, you know, like the holistic stuff and all that stuff.
Oh, Greg telling the truth though, man. Greg telling the truth though. As far as the actor.
Yeah, and you know what made me think about is when we brought up diet is you can taste when you're down there if a woman smokes weed, if they drunk that day, you can actually taste weed down there. I don't know if any other guys have that experience, but you can taste it down there, and it processed through the body quick because she can smoke it 5 minutes later.
You can smell it down there too.
Yeah, but you know what? They also with our
like Girl Scout cookies.
Hey, with our semen, it's the same thing with our semen as well.
Yep. That is true.
That's true.
Same thing with our semen.
We always want our girls to let us do that in their mouth, and they like, but you eating this and drinking this every day. I don't want to taste that.
Oh, you gonna taste it, Danny? You gonna taste it, Danny?
I'm talking about, hey man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just all about what you eat and what you put in your body. And we need to be paying attention to that now. Like y'all probably approaching 40. You know, I'm over it. So yeah, you just got to do that. But yeah,
the thing about it is drinking a lot of water, just flushing you. If you go do certain things, like eat certain things and stuff like that, you got to have a balance with like flushing your system as well too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all about what you eat and what you drink. And
but if you drinking cognac and smoking cigars, are they gonna be able to taste that in your release?
I don't know because I only I don't do it every day. You know what I'm saying? It's like once every 2 weeks or something like that. So by the time I don't drink all this water, because I drink like 5 16-ounce bottles of water like at least a day. So you know I stay clean myself.
So you flushing, okay?
Yeah,
you go to Reggie's.
The big thing with black people,
I blow those Zazas. Don't get it twisted.
Good Reggie's. Good gas.
Before we go back to the topic, the big thing with black people, I would say, and this is from my own experience, I don't know if I told people, but I suffer. Well, I wouldn't say suffer. I'm dealing with high blood pressure, and my dad had it. And a big thing, and we got cancer in the family. A big thing is like I noticed my joints being tight and all of that. I left dairy alone a long time ago. Like I noticed when I eat a lot of ranch or cheese, my joints is stiff, my body not acting right. My thing is, and I don't really care for dairy, so it's easy for me. You got to let that dairy go. It's not the same dairy that our grandma was eating. It's a whole different thing, and that is the biggest thing with cancer and all other type of illnesses that we deal with. You got to switch. You got to go to some type of supplement.
Right. You're smart. You got to read up on it.
That's it.
Yeah. So yeah, like she was saying, like the dairy stuff, a lot of that stuff pasteurized and all that stuff. Like if we really drunk like real milk and stuff, it'll have a different color to it. You know what I'm saying? They use chemicals to clean all that shit up.
Right.
Yeah. Let's think about it. You know, from a woman breastfeeding, and it makes, you know, have the baby more healthier than formula and stuff like that. So much stuff added in there.
Right.
So, yeah.
So what you think about this secret society, Greg, that we've been speaking about?
Well, like I said, when I'm from working in the field and me just knowing what, you know, just hearing, and with the population that I work with, like my coworkers and stuff.
What fields you work in?
I work with folks who are living with HIV. So.
Bless you.
Yes. So you can't say, oh, they HIV positive. You got to say people that's living with HIV.
Right.
You know. So with that, speaking with like some of the coworkers, he was just running down that whole backstory. Like they have more relationship problems than we do. They got different groups of the hardcore ones, the ones that try to be cool, like the hip hoppity ones that smoke a lot of weed. That's just it's like almost like a psychological thing with them. Some of them just try to fit in with, they feel like they belong to somebody. So I guess like when you say with Shalandra, your friend was at Floods and the guy was, the guys were there with women, but they want an app or whatever. They don't feel the love that they looking for with the woman. They feel it within that group that they are with. Mm-hmm. So if you just look at it like, if like say for instance with a homeboy that got in trouble from at Empire, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he got in trouble, all of them came together and they had his back.
Mhm.
So that's one community that sticks together. They stick together. They are very, very tight. They got each other back. And that's how they just feel like these are the people that know me the best. They love me, and this is what I'm gonna be. This is what I'm gonna do. Come on. And I mean, it's a whole different world that they live in, and we not gonna ever understand it. That this man can go home to his wife, but on the weekends he with his boys, that with that group they dressed in drag or whatever, and that's him living life, but he also have a life of a wife and kids and working 9 to 5. So,
Yikes.
I ain't that way.
so it's a different thing that we won't understand because we on the outside. So by me, we're going to work and sitting down, not being judgmental of these folks, just listen, and you kind of get a better understanding of where they come from.
But I don't think
Greg, you don't consider that selfish?
But them being
words, the lifestyle when they go home to their wife, but like you said, on weekends they mingle with men.
I mean, I can't judge them at that point because I'm, sitting like,
Right.
But it is selfish. You know what I'm saying? Like some people think it's selfish for, I guess the way we live at times, but it is selfish because you can possibly contract something and bring it home. Yeah. And that, when that person, get that person may not be able to body may not be able to handle that like your body is. Right. So now that person pretty much like sick as ever, and they sitting there living life, and you just sick. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's the unselfishness right there. But some people just can't come out and just be true because it's like I don't know if it's taboo all over the world. It might just be taboo in the States. It's like porn and sex is taboo on the Western side. You know what I'm saying? On the Eastern side, it's just open. It's like commercials with sex on it and this and that. But it's like it's coming over here because guess what? Now they promoting it on commercials, and you in the bank, you see like the LGBTQ community on posters and billboards and stuff like that. So it's like more welcoming here.
But it's welcome. It's welcome here. We not talking about. We actually just talking about the down low man in our community that, too coward and show themselves because they want to sleep with men and women unprotected, and that's the problem that we got. It ain't really much the LGBTQ.
So I got a question for Greg.
It's like psychological.
Do you see a bigger population of? Is it more Black people because of the stigma that's been attached to the whole, if you're gay, you're not manly and there's something wrong with you? Is it more us that look like us that comes with that? Or is it like a worldly thing? Is it more of a cultural thing? Is it more of a
culturally,
Black and white thing? Or
culturally is more Black and Latino.
Brown people.
Yep, the brown is more that. So it's and then that's like with the area that I work in, of course it's more of us coming in, but it's more at a younger age. More of a younger age that's in that secret society too. You know what I'm saying? That they got the girlfriends, they out here doing the selling whatever or robbing and killing, but it's more of them. You know what I'm saying? So
you think that younger population coming in more now because of how is more widespread is more
portrayed
public, is more, you know what I'm saying? People we see it on TV all the time, is more becoming more normal.
With us, with them coming to us, it's more of them to come just for a test basis to make, to see if they did not have that, uh, that HIV status. You know what I'm saying? So that's when they come to us to get a test. So with that, we just guide them in the right direction of making sure that they get the proper help and stay with them so they build care. But it's just like, you get the guys who get swooped up by these undercover guys that's older, taking advantage or, mind controlling, some of the younger guys and stuff. So it's pretty sad, but, that's just how it is right now. And I don't think it ever changed that they will be just everybody just like, okay, this is what I am. And that's just.
Oh, go ahead, Greg. You can finish.
I was saying that's just not who they are or where they at right now to just say, this is who I am.
But that's why I was saying, like earlier, that's why a lot of women have trust issues, because you finally get the man that you think is the man, and then deep down inside, he like men. You know what I'm saying? So you already have women dealing with the straight guys that's probably cheating on them and stuff like that. So it's hard for them to trust any man, let alone like try to mate with a man that, that really don't know himself, because he, dating other men too. So they, like I said, the pick of them. That's why they act like that, because it's a lot of women that are more manlier than men, and it's sad. And that's that's just one of the things we got to deal with in our community as far as like relationship wise, because it's a lot of down low men sleeping with women, and so like Jones was saying, some of these women got to know if that dude is gay, or he has a sense of liking other men and stuff like that. And some women just don't know. But like Ebony Dawson said, it's your intuition too. Mm-hmm. And sometimes women don't even see the characteristics of that man as a down low man. It could be right in their faces, and they probably don't look at it because they so happy and stuff. They don't want to believe that this man is like that. Yeah. So it plays a role in both.
Yeah. Did somebody say if it's such thing as a down low female?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask that. It is.
For most men, they'd be like, "Oh, you fuck with girls." If it's a man looking girl, they'll be like, "Oh no, you can't fuck with her no more." Huh?
Let me shut up. Go ahead. I'm talking shit, y'all. Go ahead.
Yeah, like Shalandra saying, some women deal with that shit just because, because they don't want to be alone. So if you just imagine you've been with this dude 5-6 years, then you find out like he's sleeping with another man. Some women gonna be like, "Dang man, I don't want to fuck up my happiness," and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you creating a bigger problem for yourself and for other women.
Yeah, just like it's talking about you got the ones, so like we got the younger boys, right? Then you got these men who's in that community that got all this money, and they come and throwing this stuff at them.
Yeah.
Charles Pugh, for instance.
Yeah, I was just thinking that Charles Pugh.
Yeah. So we was talking about this in Clubhouse, and the dude was talking about how he worked at Somerset, and Charles Pugh would come through there and be saying stuff to the little boys, that work there. And some of them would be like, it's intriguing because he got money. They can get, things that they like or whatever. So it's like they know that they can mind control these young boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They're doing stuff that, it's like, it's a little sickness. It's like they almost trying to compare it to mental illness.
Yeah, they always said like sexual deviants are mentally ill, but nah. Charles Pugh knew what he was doing. Like he had a gang of young men that really didn't know themselves, and like turned them into something else. And it's just it like I said, it's just what we're living in now, and you see it a lot too. Like somebody said earlier, like the drug dealers, the big time drug dealers, or some of them are down low too. They could be thugs in the streets, but like they like, comforts of a man.
Yeah. So that's just something we would never unravel.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think that ever unravel. I think people just need to be, understand and learn they mate too, because a woman could be landing with a man and not knowing he's sleeping with another man, and everything cool until I don't know. That's why I was asking the women, do they know, some of the characteristics and stuff that'll show that'll give them red flags and stuff like that. Some women know, some women don't know.
Yeah, some women don't know. Somebody tried to play me like that, motherfucker. Just because I like to wear what I like to wear, and I ain't all wild like most of these dudes.
I had on a sweater vest one night, and the girl asked me if I was gay because the way I was dressed. I'm like, nah.
Like, no, motherfucker, you see this?
Nah, but
I don't know how a woman wouldn't know something though.
You see how this shirt?
You can't not know
unless they just don't want to know.
Can't get with
that part. That part they don't want to know.
Yeah, you got to be aware of that shit, and at the end of the day, like Greg said, it ain't gonna never stop because it's been happening for a long time now.
Right.
But as we gotten older, we, you know what I'm saying, we learn more about it. That's why I had these conversations, because 10 years from now, it's gonna be other young people that have grew and seeing the same things we see.
So yeah, but I'm gonna get off and just so y'all can go back to you guys' things, okay?
You good, Greg? We like when you come on.
Man, no, because I can be long-winded at times.
Okay, you give good insight.
I just,
y'all can insight each other.
We don't mind it.
We don't mind it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it, man. That secret society is something else, baby.
All they ask is trust.
All they ask is trust, and they trust them. They don't put it out there.
Well, I think somebody said it too. A lot of them don't want to own up to it because if they found out, it has a lot to do with their political careers, their jobs, and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, Mark gonna say leave those Speedos alone.
Greg, you don't wear Speedos, do you?
Hell no. I'm just a fly ass nigga. I'm just a fly ass nigga, man. And some motherfuckers just can't get with it. You know what I'm saying? They see me and my brother.
A grown woman can tell the difference between a man who is a well-dresser and who may be homosexual. Some women can't. But you know what? With these young girls, it's kind of hard for them to be able to pick between the two because we didn't come into this. Like, we born in the 80s. Like, we saw the manly men. So these younger generations, with all this whole down low and gay thing going on, it's kind of hard for them to decide which one is which. And they defend.
Hey, Mark, no, it's all good. Hey, before I wear Speedos, I wear no drawers.
Period. Me too.
Right.
Swinging and banging, as my always say. Yeah.
Sammy said white men started it, raping and paying black men for it. Okay, I guess I can agree with that. But here's the thing that I have as a black man: if a white man say, "Here, I'm gonna give you these $2, let me sleep with you," you still have the choice to say no.
A lot of them been raped back in the day in front of their wives.
Derek said you can always tell a gay or undercover dude by body language and demeanor. Not to be prejudiced minded, but just stating the facts. Yeah, I mean, all that's true. A man mannerisms will tell you a lot of things. If a man dressed well, you can still tell he's still a man. It's just that a dude with some hanging pants on and a hoodie, if he hold his neck out too much, the things he may say, if he slur his words, it's just a lot of things. You know what you can tell too, and I always say this, and people are not gonna agree. A lot of men who beat women, who dog women who just go out and have a lot of women they sleep with or a bunch of baby mamas. I'm not saying that is the rule, but a lot of times that mean they battling something. Like if you
they just got hoes. That's all.
Hey, man.
Okay, so I'm just saying if a man disrespects a woman and beat her and do all of that, it's not all men, but a lot of those men struggling with their sexuality.
That's true.
It's true. I watched a court show and the guy was like that. It was a paternity court and he was getting a DNA test done on him, but he was abusive to her. And then when he started talking, dog was flaming. And then I realized that he had like box braids. That wasn't his hair that was braided. Like he was flaming. He was battling sexuality.
Now he had some of these.
Yeah, but it was up, so I couldn't really tell. But when the camera, I'm like, he gay.
Any man who add hair to his hair,
he was bashing his baby mama, like bashing her.
Yeah, any man
who
be
angry to a lot. They be real angry.
If you're too angry,
right? That's what he was doing. So he like, you're a whore, and we all know you a hoe. I'm like, this guy's flaming.
So to me, it's natural for a man. My thing is, listen, unless you're dealing with some real trauma or you battling your sexuality, it's only natural for a man to love a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't about to dog her and treat her bad. Like it's only natural. Like this is who you came here to be with. This is who you gonna love on. So you gonna.
And he had a kid by her.
You gonna adorn her, right?
Hey Les,
you knocked her up.
Man, you watching football?
No, I'm watching.
Hey, listen, I'm cracking up at Woe comments though. He got me crying over here.
Yeah.
He went on draws with
where is Kenny at? Watching football?
Kenny that washed his face and he over there gargling and shit with apple cider.
Right, he probably got bleach on
he got peed on.
He over there gargling. He can't even talk.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate y'all letting me on. Okay.
We appreciate you, Greg.
All right.
Love is love.
Love is love.
So we at 8:00 and we're doing pretty good tonight. Any other comments? Derek talking about shiny ass lips. Yeah, you better use some Carmax or what's some little things my daddy used to buy? They white and black. What's that lip gloss? I forget the name of that. Yeah, don't have no shiny lips.
Drake said women are the beginning of life, so why wouldn't a man love them?
Amen.
A lot of men have issues with women and stuff. Like you said, start from the mama
issues,
friend or something like that. Somebody who's scorned them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. From a little boy status, it was just always like borettes and stuff that I liked about a girl, or the pink shirts, or something that always. As you got older, it just made you realize why you love women and like why you know what I'm saying? It's just most men know, you know, the love for a woman.
Agreed.
So did y'all talk about Derek said my thing I always wondered about gay people. Is it a choice or maybe a gene that makes them want to be gay to begin with?
I think it can be both.
It's both because some people, because you know, some girls are born and you like I know a girl who said when she was growing up she knew like she was a girl in a boy body. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like she was a tomboy. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? As she got older, she started liking girls because she always felt like she was a boy. You know what I'm saying? So it's both genetics and probably your choice.
So I was a tomboy too. And again, I hope nobody is offended. I don't know if y'all listen, I deal with anxiety and people may consider that a mental health thing. My thing is if you are born a certain way, so if I got boobs and a vagina and I bleed once a month, but my mind is telling me I'm a man, you don't think that is a mental health condition? Not saying that you crazy or you need to go be locked up into some type of thing. If my body is this way, but my mind is telling me I'm something else, you don't think that's a mental health condition? People get mad. If you a woman and you say I wanna flatten my boobs and I wanna be a man, you don't think that's something mental? Because your body is clearly a woman. But your mind
also you look into the site, genes can play a part as well. Your genetics.
Your genetics made you a woman.
But you have those chromosomes that be all out of whack. So you deal with those kind of people too, who be like messed up because they don't know they were born a man and they feel like they supposed to be a woman and all this shit.
It's a chemical imbalance. So it's like it is like a mental.
It all plays a part because it's all part of your DNA, but
yeah, I mean, my thing is, it's like suffering any other mental health thing. Like a lot of people who may be schizo or bipolar know those people too, and they think they army vets. You ain't never been in the army, but your mind telling you that's what it is. I mean, I don't know. Everybody has their own opinion about it. I think for me, it's a mental health thing. It don't mean you crazy and they should lock you up and you should be treated differently. But if you got boobs and a vagina and your mind is telling you, I'm a boy, but you got to put on a strap on and be a man, you don't think that's something in your mental psyche?
Now that I look at it, I think
that's a good way to put it.
That's a good way to put it, though.
You done washing your face?
My bad. So today's my daughter's 15th birthday, and she called me, so I had to get off and kick it with her for a little bit. So yeah, I just feel a little older. Right now. I got a 15-year-old baby girl. She lives in Texas, so I'm going there in a couple weeks, so I'm excited about that. So yeah.
Okay. Happy birthday to your baby.
Yeah, thank you.
Happy birthday.
What I missed about the lobster tails and the orange ruffin?
You just thought you was washing your face.
Yeah.
No,
because you got peed on, thinking it was
before we get off tonight, I still don't think it's pee.
It's pee.
I don't think so either.
It is. Well,
shoot it out and drink it.
Y'all just gotta read up on it yourself.
What is it? Secretion to something.
It don't taste like pee to me.
It's diluted.
Now he know what it tastes
like. He don't realize.
I'm just saying, like, it tastes like pee.
It's not.
Tania said that's her.
It's not.
She got a whole bunch of cum.
I'm gonna go with what I've been going with for years. I ain't about to let
We're not judging you based on it.
No, you're not judging me. I'm just gonna go with what I.
Next time, get a real taste of it. Get one of these layers, like.
Right. Like maybe they right.
Yeah, Les ain't got no beard for a while. He out the blue came with this beard once he got married.
Look, let me tell y'all something, and this is something that we should do after hours. Grab some and do like this. If you can't do like this.
Yeah, exactly. If it ain't sticky.
No, you can't do that.
Okay.
It's still not pee.
I'm just telling y'all it don't taste like pee. Y'all saying, I'm saying it don't taste like it.
It don't smell like it
tastes like?
You know how you was a kid and like, you know.
No, I don't know.
Watered down Kool-Aid almost.
Can't do it.
You tasted when you was a kid?
No, like
it's like making Kool-Aid with lemons.
No, don't worry. I'm done talking about it.
Marcus said great coupon.
He said
great
coupon. Miss Allen said mind y'all business. I ain't mad at you, sis. Whew.
What's the power of the nine?
No.
Explain the power of the.
I've heard of it, but I don't know exactly what it is. What to look.
I ain't heard of that.
I've heard of it, but I don't know. Come on.
Who's Larry?
Jones, you muted.
Oh. Leave me alone.
That's the topic. The power of nine is another topic for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that P next time.
No, I'm talking.
When we was talking about the whole, you feel like you a man but you a woman. Sammy said it's chemical. Derek said he know a woman just like that. I don't know if these go with the thing we were talking about. Oh, anyway, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Rushes. He said the
We
9
see your sister trying to duck by behind you. She not creeping. Her shower cap too big.
Phonics.
He says the womb.
Okay, so Sammy said the power of 9 is numerological, is completion and mastery, the final phase of a period of growth. As a symbol of the universe, it contains all number of phases of experience. I get it. Okay. That's why it's considered the number of graduation, progression, knowledge, and universal love.
Okay.
I thought 7 was completion.
I thought completion, yeah.
Too. Okay.
Hmm.
So the power of 9. So that means once a woman has experienced all those things, or like what gets the womb to that? Does that mean like you have children, you've been through something? Like what gets you to that completion and mastery period? I would like to know that. And who is he friends with? Who friend is that? Because he seems like
superpower.
It's not a he.
A Russians is not a he?
I'm talking about Sammy.
I know Sammy is not, but the person who asked that question seems to be a male from his profile. Is he one of y'all friends, or he just a natural follower that we got? Welcome.
Follower, and we appreciate those followers.
We sure do.
Yeah, because I learned, I just learned something. I
definitely did.
Power of the 9.
I'm gonna have to read up on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to read up on that too.
Definitely follow the page. We would definitely love to hear what you got to say. It seemed like you know a few things.
Might be a topic, one of our topics.
They are 9 in the power.
He said 9 is knowing the womb.
They used to call me Johnny Toomer, the womb groomer, back in my younger days.
What?
I'm a one-woman man, but yeah.
Now you like Johnny Taylor.
Natural energy.
I'm gonna let that go.
Like I just feel like at the end of the day with the download stuff, man, it's just kind of like it's a danger to our Black family. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of secret when it comes to that, and I just always, women always ask what a good man that, and shit. Sometimes they with another man.
Oh
and,
shit! Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just so happen they want both, and I can respect a person that's out in the open. I can't respect the person that's like be in the closet or down low sleeping with both and pretending to be something he ain't, and the woman thinking everything of him, and having this world that they think is great and it really ain't. So that's where I look at it at, and we got to do better.
I agree with that.
So, Jones, what you over there talking about?
No, I'm talking to y'all. My thoughts on the whole download thing. Here's my two pieces on it. If your lifestyle is to be with the same sex, hey, to each his own. I'm not here to judge. I've sinned myself, so it's only one judgment place. That ain't my business. But what you are not going to do is force it down my throat or force me to live that lifestyle and I don't know nothing about it. My thing is just give me a choice in the matter. You know what I'm saying? Especially with all this stuff going on out here in these streets. Women, protect yourself. Even if you are married, follow your intuition. If you feel like something creepy, you better go and check it out, because it's a lot of men out here just not living in their truth in fear of being judged by it. Like, I can't trust a man who's not comfortable enough with himself to be honest. I don't choose or want a man who sleep with other men. Some women may be okay with that. That's just not my thing. And if it's not my doggone thing, don't force it down my goddamn throat or my kids' throat. And that's just. So, I mean, do your thing. You love who you love. Like, you love who you love.
You love who you love, and I got love for everybody. Just
me too.
That just You know what I'm saying? Like it just create things to be difficult because you ain't living in your truth, and then it's to me the bigger issue is the STDs and stuff that a man by sleeping with another man you bring on to a woman that you're sleeping with and whoever she starts sleeping with too. You know what I'm saying? Because she probably thinking everything good and all of a sudden it ain't.
And then another thing to piggyback off of that, like, again, when you go with your mate or the person you say you want to be with and they go get this blood work done, make sure you're asking about testing for herpes and general warts, because they do not test for that because they consider it a skin disease and it's not deadly. So if that's a problem for you, you better ask them to test for it. And 1 in 3 people has some form of it. So while everybody be out here like, yeah, I'm clean and I ain't never had nothing. As a woman, we are the receivers and a lot of stuff just lays dormant. So if you haven't been tested for it, honey, you don't know. And while you think that you can take a pill for STD and you all good, this is what I know from knowing nurses. Chlamydia and syphilis and all that stuff is more detrimental to your body than a herpes or a wart. I'm not saying you want either one of them, but just make sure that you inform when you out here in these streets saying you ain't never had none or you ain't got nothing now. So I just want us all to be good. You're gonna love who you love, whether they gay, straight, dealing with certain STDs or whatever. Just be informed and respect people enough to let them know what you have or what you may be struggling with. And I'm done on that.
Amen.
Anybody else? I want to give a couple of shout outs. DJ Candlelight says she's going to be on at 8 DJing on Facebook Live. Check her out. Last week, I forgot. So this dude went to high school named Ernest Knox. He was killed a couple of weeks ago. I went to his repast this past Monday, and I want to just say, pray for his family, his brothers and sisters, and rest in peace. He was a good dude, and I grew up with him and stuff like that. And to all my black people, Wednesday is the inauguration. I don't want to see no black people down in Washington, D.C. walking to the Capitol. Like for what?
No, we're not doing that.
We ain't doing that. We just gonna watch it on TV. We gonna be civilized. We ain't gonna be on no thugs. We ain't gonna be on no hood rat shit. We just gonna be chilling, watching the hood rats and thugs try to tear it up.
Get you some Stella Rolls and some 420 going on and watch the action and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Before somebody else go, I cannot pronounce his name, Arushes. He said if they're confused about their sexuality, they can't be taken seriously. That doesn't mean that if you are homosexual, you're confused. That means if you ain't picking and open about it, then you can't be taken seriously.
Right.
So.
Drake said rest in peace to Don Sparks as well. So rest in peace, Don Sparks.
Rest in peace.
So next Sunday, 6 o'clock. Thank everybody for just tuning in. Every week we try to just talk about something new, and we really get in depth with a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff people be uncomfortable, but with us, we gonna make it uncomfortable, and we gonna talk about it. So next Sunday at 6, we back on. Come kick it with us. By Wednesday, you'll know the next topic. Like Ebony said, if you have any questions or something you want to talk about, you can always, inbox the Black Convos about a question or some advice.
Or some juicy stories, because the girls love the tea.
She loves tea.
No, don't say we, Les. They.
I said she loves tea.
Oh,
right?
Okay. All right.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
I just like to hear good stories.
Hey, look, Doc and Jones, if the story good, I'm going to take a peek at it.
Yeah, so we're going to give a shout out. We're going to give a shout out to Mason in the morning. We got with us each and every Sunday at 6, giving us his point of view on the topic. Shout out to Tania coming through slaying with the hair and the makeup. And
don't do that.
The hair matched the shirt, matched the lips. I see you over there, matched the braces. Okay, I see you. You just can't. You came with it tonight. That's what I'm saying.
This nigga swear they just.
Mason, I'm so damn slow. That's
There you go.
All right, we're gonna say that.
Okay, Sammy said be careful in your own space. These light-skinned people, if you know what that means, they out here mad and angry. We gotta be careful. Like, you know, yeah, I pray everybody be good. And with this COVID and with this whole presidency going on, like,
yeah,
look, this ain't our battle right now. We just here as bystanders. This ain't never been our fight. Just people. I hope you don't gotta let nobody down.
Yeah, Sammy's birthday was Friday too. Happy birthday, Sammy.
Happy lady birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Sam, man. Happy birthday.
Shout out to High Commodity Eyewear and, you know, all the Black businesses. You know, stay tuned. Black History Month coming up. We got some good stuff going on, and protect your mental health.
Tomorrow was Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, tomorrow's Martin Luther King Day.
About that.
Yeah.
I gotta work.
It ain't his birthday, but, you know, in observance of Martin Luther King Day.
Yep.
Right, we gonna celebrate it. You ain't gotta work. Just take a time out, chill, show your kids some Black history stuff. He was one of the fallen ones that fought for some of the rights we got today. You know, some people may see it as just a day off work, but it was a worse battle than what we dealing with now back then. So, you know, salute to that. Rest in peace, Irv. I mean, what's his name? I don't know.
Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King. I'm sorry, y'all. The kiddo kicked in.
Y'all about folks.
Oh, Skirr from Northern. I didn't get to talk. The guy that we went to school with.
Ernest Knox. Yeah.
Ernest, right? That was what I knew him by. And Don Sparks as well.
And one last thing, I got a new niece, new Capricorn niece, Amelia Dior. She was born yesterday. So congratulations.
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 Welcome to this crazy world we in. You know.
Oh, man.
So, but yeah, everybody, we thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next week.
Oh, I think that's it, y'all. And follow my own page. It's a Stack page. If you are my friend on Facebook, or if you're not, just Google Stacked on Facebook. I do everything beauty. So check me out. Check out Les. Check out Miss Allen. Check out Tania, notary, book writer.
Don't check out me.
Check out.
Yeah.
I ain't got enough for y'all to check out.
I wanted to say last conversation. Some of y'all may want to be, you know, do some little self-love, self-help, work on your hearts. I do have a book for that. So yeah, check me out.
Excuse us.
Yeah, put some respect on her name.
Okay.
But just follow us all on Facebook. We all have things that we do. I'm sorry, go ahead, Tania.
I was just gonna say, just stay prayed up out here because Wednesday is coming and white people are mad, like they said. So be careful, watch your surroundings.
Shout out to y'all, these beautiful Black women. Y'all, I'm looking at the screen and all three of y'all look beautiful. So I just want to give a to y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all beautiful. Y'all a great example and representation of the beautiful Black women that we are so privileged to be attached to daily, and the whole purpose, you know, of us men is to provide for y'all, take care of y'all, and so I appreciate y'all. And I see you came. I see you over there, Jones. Come through the makeup. You got. I could imagine it take a lot of makeup to fill all that up, but made it work flawlessly.
Not too much, Darby.
All right, hold on.
Not too much, Darby.
All right. Last thing. If anybody is interested, you know, I mean, I'm sure we all should know about how cannabis has become legal and how dispensaries are about to start coming out and licenses. So if you need some information on that, go follow Midwest Cannabis Nurses on Instagram. They've been one of the integral parts of getting the ordinance passed and all the information. It's only limited amount of license that's available, but this is an opportunity that a lot of us gonna miss out on because we're uninformed about. So if you don't know, please take a little time to go get a little bit informed, and maybe you can apply for a license. Somebody you know can qualify for discounts for license. It's so much going on in that aspect that we missing out on because we don't know. So take a little bit of time and find out a little more about that. And that's all I got. Let's go, Tom Brady.
Woohoo! All right, y'all. Every Sunday at 6 p.m. Again, send y'all topics and things y'all want to talk about. Until then, I guess we're out.
Bye.
See y'all later.
6 Mile.
Nigga.